Dear learners, today, the focus of my presentation is understanding knowledge base of teacher education from the viewpoint of Schulman, Deng, and Luke and Habermas. Let us first try to discuss understanding knowledge base of teacher education. The understanding of the knowledge base of teacher education can be explored through the perspectives of several influential scholars, including Schulman, Jiaxiu Deng, and Alan Luke, as well as drawing insights from the theories of Jurgen Habermas. Each scholar brings a unique lens to the complex and dynamic field of teacher education. Schulman's PCK emphasizes the intersection of pedagogy and content. Deng's cultural pedagogy addresses cultural diversity. Luke's critical literacy encourages a socio-political lens, and Habermas's communicative action underscores the importance of dialogue and shared understanding. Schulman's pedagogical content knowledge (PCK). Pedagogical content knowledge (PCK), introduced by Schulman, refers to the unique knowledge that teachers possess at the intersection of pedagogy, teaching methods, and content knowledge, subject matter knowledge. It goes beyond knowing the content itself and involves understanding how to teach that content effectively to diverse learners. Components of pedagogical content knowledge. Content knowledge, CK. This is the teacher's understanding of the subject matter content. It is the foundational knowledge that teachers bring to the classroom. Pedagogical knowledge, PK. This is the general knowledge about teaching strategies, classroom management, and instructional techniques that are applicable across various subjects. Pedagogical content knowledge, PCK. The unique aspect introduced by Schulman. PCK involves understanding how to teach specific content to particular students in a way that makes it accessible and meaningful. Key characteristics: pedagogical content knowledge. 1. Transformation. Teachers with strong PCK can transform their content knowledge into understandable and engaging forms for students. 2. Adaptation. PCK involves adapting teaching methods based on the characteristics and needs of the learners. It recognizes that what works for one group of students may not work as effectively for another. 3. Intuition. Experienced teachers develop an intuitive sense of what will work in a given teaching situation, drawing on their PCK. Development of pedagogical content knowledge. 1. Teacher education programs. PCK is developed through teacher education programs that explicitly address the intersection of content and pedagogy. These programs provide opportunities for future teachers to practice integrating their knowledge. 2. Classroom experience. Practical experience in the classroom is crucial for developing PCK. Teachers refine their understanding of how to teach specific content through hands-on teaching. Importance of pedagogical content knowledge. 1. Effective teaching. PCK is considered essential for effective teaching. It bridges the gap between knowing a subject and being able to convey that knowledge to students in a way that fosters understanding. 2. Student learning. Teachers with strong PCK are better equipped to address students' diverse learning needs and facilitate meaningful learning experiences. Example: mathematics teaching. In mathematics education, a teacher with strong PCK understands not only the mathematical concepts but also recognizes common student misconceptions. They can design instructional strategies that address these misconceptions and make the content more accessible. Alan Luke, Critical Literacy in Teacher Education. Alan Luke's work in critical literacy underscores the importance of empowering students to critically engage with texts, media, and societal issues. His contributions have influenced teacher education programs, encouraging the integration of critical literacy into curricula and fostering educators who are equipped to create inclusive, socially just, and empowering learning environments. Key concepts: critical literacy. Alan Luke's work emphasizes the importance of critical literacy in education. Critical literacy goes beyond basic reading and writing skills. It involves the ability to analyze texts, understand power dynamics, and engage in reflective and transformative thinking. Social justice education. Luke's approach to critical literacy aligns with social justice education. He advocates for an education system that addresses social inequalities, challenges oppressive structures, and empowers students to become critical thinkers and agents of change. Teacher education implications. Embedding critical literacy in curriculum. Luke's work suggests that teacher education programs should incorporate critical literacy into their curriculum. This involves training future teachers to integrate critical thinking and analysis into their teaching practices. Promoting inclusive classrooms. Critical literacy in teacher education encourages educators to create inclusive and culturally responsive classrooms. Teachers are equipped to recognize and challenge biases, stereotypes, and systemic inequalities in educational materials and practices. Classroom practices. Text analysis. Teachers trained in critical literacy engage students in the critical analysis of texts, including written materials, media, and other forms of communication. This analysis involves questioning the author's perspective, identifying power dynamics, and examining underlying ideologies. Dialogue and discussion. Critical literacy in the classroom involves fostering open and critical dialogue. Teachers create spaces for students to express their perspectives, challenge dominant narratives, and engage in meaningful discussions about social issues. Empowerment and agency. Student empowerment. Alan Luke's approach emphasizes the role of critical literacy in empowering students. By developing critical literacy skills, students are better equipped to navigate complex societal issues, advocate for social justice, and participate actively in democratic processes. Cultivating critical thinkers. Teacher education in critical literacy aims to cultivate critical thinkers who question, analyze, and contribute to societal discourses. This goes beyond traditional literacy skills to include a deep understanding of the socio-political contexts in which literacy operates. Jiaxiu Deng, Cultural Pedagogy Model. Jiaxiu Deng's cultural pedagogy model emphasizes the cultural aspects of teaching and learning. It recognizes the importance of cultural contexts in shaping teaching practices. Implications for teacher education. Teacher education should consider the cultural diversity of students and communities. It involves preparing teachers to be culturally responsive and capable of adapting their instructional approaches to different cultural contexts. Example, in a diverse classroom, a teacher trained with a cultural pedagogy approach would be adept at recognizing and valuing cultural differences, integrating diverse perspectives into the curriculum, and creating an inclusive learning environment. Jürgen Habermas, Communicative Action and Life World. Jürgen Habermas, a German philosopher and sociologist, is renowned for his contributions to critical theory and his extensive exploration of communicative action and the life world. These concepts are integral to understanding how individuals engage in meaningful communication and the structures that influence their interactions within society. 1. Communicative action. Communicative action is a concept developed by Habermas that refers to the process of individuals engaging in dialogue and discourse to reach mutual understanding. It is a form of interaction that involves communicative rationality, where participants strive for consensus through open and honest communication. 2. Rationality and consensus. Habermas distinguishes communicative rationality from instrumental or strategic rationality. While the latter involves achieving personal goals efficiently, communicative rationality emphasizes reaching understanding and consensus through dialogue. 3. Ideal speech situation. Habermas introduces the notion of the ideal speech situation, where individuals communicate freely, without coercion or constraints. In this ideal scenario, all participants have equal access to information, and the force of the better argument prevails. Implications for teacher education. Teacher education should foster open and democratic communication in classrooms. Teachers need to be skilled facilitators of dialogue, creating spaces for students to express themselves and engage in meaningful discussions. Example: a teacher informed by Habermas's ideas might create classroom activities that promote collaborative learning, where students engage in meaningful dialogue, share diverse perspectives, and collectively construct knowledge. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel Education and Teacher Education at Shokin Bilal.